Hi everyone, it's me, Spring, the fiber enthusiast. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to crochet this motif. For today's tutorial, I will be using a thread. This can be done with a worsted weight or a DK weight, something of that nature is fine, but it looks best with, say, like a number 3 thread. And everything kind of looks a lot better that way. You get more detail when you're using the thread. So we'll go ahead and get started. As you can see, the center is not pulled down tight, but that is up to you. If you want to cinch it down even tighter by doing the magic circle start, that's perfectly fine and up to you. I, however, will not be. I will be chaining 6 and slip stitching to form a ring. So for today's tutorial, you will also need a crochet hook. I'm using a 3.5 millimeter to go with my thread. You'll need a pair of scissors and also some style of darning needle or needle to sew in our ends when we're done. So I'm going to go ahead and chain 6 and slip stitch to the beginning. And that'll get us started. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now slip stitch to the beginning, chain. There we go. Once you've slip stitched to the beginning chain, you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Those 3 chains represent your first double crochet. Now you need to chain 1 and double crochet back into that circle. And chain 1 and double crochet back into the circle. That is your repeat for this round. Chain 1 and double crochet into the circle. Continue working in the round until you have a total of 12 double crochets, which includes this very first chain. Okay, so now that you have 12 double crochets all the way around with a chain 1 in between each, you have slip stitched to the top of that chain 3, leaving 1 chain in between. Now you're going to slip stitch into your first chain 1 space, like such. And we're going to chain 1, 2. Now yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, go through 2 loops, leaving 2 loops on your hook. You're going to repeat that 1, 2, and 3 times. You should have 5 loops on your hook at this point. Yarn over and go through all 5 loops. Chain 1 and 2. You're going to do the same thing in the next chain 1 space. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through 2. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through 2 more. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and go through 2. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and go through 2. You will now have 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 5, and chain 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to place a treble crochet into the next double crochet stitch. So yarn over twice and insert your hook into the top of that double crochet. Yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2 more, yarn over, go through the last 2. And now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Into the next 3 chain 1 spaces, you're going to do the same type of cluster that we just did. Yarn over, insert your hook into the next chain 1 space after your treble. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and go through 2. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and go through 2. Continue on until you have 5 loops on your hook. So once you have 5 loops on your hook, go ahead and yarn over and pull through all 5. And now you're going to chain 1 and 2. You're going to work that same repeat over the next 2 chain 1 spaces. Once you have made your 3rd cluster, you're now going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to treble crochet into the first double crochet past the cluster. So yarn over twice and insert your hook into that double crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, and finish the treble with a yarn over, go through 2. Yarn over, go through 2 more, and yarn over, go through the last 2. Now chain 1, 2, 3, and you're going to repeat what you just did from this treble crochet to this treble crochet 2 more times, and I will meet back up with you. Okay, so you've completed 2 more sides, which we now have 3.5 corners. We're going to finish off this round with a chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And right next to that treble, we're going to place another cluster. So yarn over and insert your hook. And do this until you are at 5 loops on your hook, just like we've been doing. There's 4, I need 1 more. Yarn over and pull through all, and then chain 1 and 2. Now we're going to connect to the top of that very first cluster. Just like that with a slip stitch. So here's what we have so far after that round. You have a treble crochet in each corner, and then you have 3 sets of clusters in between them with chain 2s in between those. All right, so let's go ahead and start working on the last round. You're gonna chain 1 and place a single crochet in the top of that same cluster, just like such. And now you're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're creating a large picot, so we're going to reach down and insert our hook into the side of that single crochet. yarn over and pull up a loop and pull it through. So we're slip stitching. Now chain 1 and 2, and we're going to skip our next cluster here and go to this chain 3. Into the chain 3 space, you're going to place 5 double crochets. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you chain 1 and slip stitch to the top of your treble crochet. Chain 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch back into that same stitch. And now chain 1. This is your repeat. Place 5 double crochets into the chain 3 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 1, 2, single crochet to the top of the center cluster. Make a large picot, so chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slip stitch to the side of that single crochet. Chain 1 and 2. Reach over to the next chain 3 space and place 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 1, slip stitch to the top of the treble crochet. Now create a small picot, so chain 1, 2, and 3, and slip stitch back to the top of that treble. Chain 1 and repeat. Go ahead and continue repeating that same pattern down this side and down the next side, and I will join back up with you once we have reached the 4th corner and show you how to finish this round off. Okay, so I've made it around. Let's go ahead and finish this up with a chain 2, and we're going to slip stitch to the base here. So chain 1, 2, and slip stitch to the single crochet where this first picot is. And now I'm going to chain 1, 2, cut my tail off, pull my tail through, and cinch that down good and tight so it's secure. And now it looks kind of like a wobbly mess, but when you put it on the board, on the blocking board, you're going to want to pin from your picots. So there she is. It's a fun little square. Once the square is wet and you go to blocking it, you can actually get things lined up a whole lot more and add pins as you need them to square up this little motif. So from corner to corner, straight lines all the way around, and the only thing that's sticking out is your picots. But that's something that you can do once you have wet it. I do not recommend sewing in your end until you have actually finished blocking it and it's dry. So that is it for today's crochet tutorial. It was done using a 3-weight thread, or a number 3 thread. So there it is. All right, everybody. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Give me a thumbs up if you have, and let me know down in the comment section what you think about this little square. What would you use this little motif square for? Would you try to do it in a heavier yarn, or would you go ahead and go with a lighter weight thread and make something for the table? I'd like to hear from you what your thoughts are on this motif. Until next time, everyone, be blessed, be a blessing, and bye for now.